most Terrians live in the northeast United States. Our family comes from a small town in New Hampshire called Rochester. Before that, Terrians lived in Canada and France, according to the family genealogy I completed in 1983. Let me tell you something about the history of the Terrians who live in Rochester, New Hampshire. The Terrian roots can be traced back 13 generations to France in the late 1500s near the port city of La Rochelle. The Terrian name means one who was a man of the earth. There's even a Terrian coat of arms. The Terrians were simple farmers. The oldest records show that N. Terrian was born in 1579. His grandson Pierre was born in 1640. Pierre was the first Terrian known to leave France for Canada. That time, the spelling of our last name is changed to add the H. Quebec was a main destination for many French immigrants. They worked as farmers and raised horses. The family lived in small villages near Quebec. In 1928, the Terrians moved to Berlin, New Hampshire, where my father was born. After the passing of his parents, the children were raised in Rochester. Let's look at some old family photos. Here's my great-great-grandfather, Maximum, who was born in 1833, was married 4 times, and had 9 children. His son, Ermengarde, my great-grandfather, was married to Alice Vachon, and they had 8 children. Here's a picture from the 1920s of my great-grandfather, second from the left, and 3 of his sons. There's my grandfather, Teagle, second from the right. You can see a lot of family resemblance in these old photos. My grandfather Teagle was born in 1901 and died in 1944. Here's his wedding picture with my grandmother Maria Anna Marquis in 1924. They had 9 children. This picture from the early 1940s shows all the children except Rosaire. Here's Aunt Marie, Aunt Teresa, my dad, Joseph Fernand, Aunt Florence, Uncle Bob, Uncle Ray, Uncle Rainey, and Aunt Janine. Here's the 1960s photo of Uncle Rosaire. Let's visit Rochester before we start coverage of our family reunion. The Terrian hometown of Rochester has grown a bit since I lived briefly in nearby Dover in the 1960s. It's a beautiful New England town. Most of the Terrians live in towns nearby, in places like East Rochester, Farmington, Gonick, Barrington, New Durham, and Manchester. It was also great to drive around and see all the aunts and uncles' different homes. Here's Aunt Teresa's, Uncle Rainey's, Aunt Marie's and her son's Ronald's new house, Uncle Ray, Aunt Janine's, and Uncle Bob. It was also fun just driving around town to see things like stores with your family name or businesses. Where my dad went to school, where he grew up in nearby Gonick, the local church St. Leo's in Gonick, St. Charles Children's Home We even drove by Gonick School where I went 3 weeks, as well as driving by Dover Elementary School.
Jay, you're laughing at things that go like that.
Turn it off.
Whoops, that was my sister Kay's first experience with a video camera. Here's the house we lived in Dover for a year. And I remembered how to get to the local neighborhood store we used to go to. Now on with our family reunion. We held the reunion in Manchester at the St. Peter's Daycare Center, operated by Aunt Florence. We needed a big place for all the Terrians, Vachons, and Collinses. The Mains couldn't make it due to Aunt Teresa's surgery, so we visited her the day before at their place in Farmington. Here's Cousin Gail, and next to her is Uncle Walt. Aunt Teresa also got to say hi to everybody.
Yes, go away.
Hi.
Oh, Lord.
Here's a shot of us all out on the porch at Aunt Teresa's. Now on to the family reunion. Everything at the reunion was well prepared. There was a playground for the kids, plenty of food, even name tags, and plenty of family. Everyone helped set up, and there was much to bring in for the reunion. And while things were getting set up, family members stood and talked and sat and shared memories with one another throughout the afternoon. Pictures were a big part of our reunion. Here's a photo of all the aunts and uncles. Some changes since the earlier photo that we saw. Next, here's a photo of Uncle Rainey's family. And Sister Florence. Look at all these cameras. We must have taken 1,000 photos that day at the reunion. Everywhere you turned around, somebody was taking a photo. Uncle Ray's family. Uncle Bob's family. Aunt Janine's family, the Collins. Aunt Marie's family, the Vachons. And here's a photo of our family. And finally, a group shot of all the first cousins. What a great looking bunch. During the photos, the little cousins continued to play together. Remember those name tags? A lot of planning went into them. Let's take a look. Here's Aunt Marie, my sister Kay, and cousin Paula.
Blues are the Terrians, the pinks are the Rashans, and the greens are Paulos. Or Paulos. No! They're Paulos. Same thing.
And now it's finally time to eat. And what great food we had. Everyone really enjoyed the food, and while they did, they sat around talking and looking at photos. Let's everybody smile over here. There you go. There you go, Anthony. That's the best part. That's what, there we go.
I know you've been doing this. That's it?
Yeah, don't look, you're on TV.
There you go, let's eat. Show me how you eat. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Is that running?
Hey, there you are.
But you just leave it and turn it on.
So somebody goofed up. Joseph should have been the middle there.
Bobby always calls you Fruity.
Oh, I know that. Fruity.
He was talking about
After lunch, we all went down to the pool to relax. Some of us sat and watched, while the rest of us went swimming. That's my brother Chuck there doing the dive. Some of us decided to play in the sand, while others had a different way of relaxing. All in all, it was a perfect afternoon for a family reunion. Finally, it was time to return to the dining area to finish off the last of that great dessert. Aunt Florence surprised all of us with special stuffed animals for all the little cousins to take home. And after that, there was a special drawing for all the adults.
Everybody put their name in.
Put Stacy's in for you.
Right after.
So if they pull Stacy's in.
David.
Whoa, come on. I didn't put mine in. You did? Now's your chance. This is for the caterer's bill. You want your name in here?
Okay, let it count. Let it count drop.
Pick up.
Or else, okay,
Pick a name.
wait there.
Dig. Christine. You're the winner. It's gonna cost you $500.
Plus you gotta
the bathrooms and the rest of us get to go. Hey, you get the bathroom, man.
Sorry, Randy, I'll tell you those thick that you put in there will pay off.
I don't think he's ever kissed.
I don't think so. And on it. The present one.
Well, I wish I could give one to everyone, but I only had two. Right?
Aunt Dot then passed out a special address book for everyone to take home.
Here's the little one's name. So there's one for each grown-up here, for family.
It was great watching all of us read through the address book. And before we knew it, it was time for my dad to say thank you to everyone for all the special memories, for everyone to share those memories with each other one last time.
Take this opportunity to thank all of you that participated in this family gathering. I know that to some of you it probably was boring, but it's very seldom I think that families do get together. And the older that we become, the more conscious we are that we should be together. We should learn to know each other and learn to enjoy each other's company. It was not too hard for us to come this distance to visit with you today. We enjoyed it immensely. We got to know you a little bit better. And for the coming year, which I hope is not over here, we'll share those memories and enjoy it in California. Hopefully some of us or some of you will be able to visit with us and to learn our way of life. It seems as though that I'm the only one that migrated to the real world, California, and came back. I sometimes think that's good. In this particular instance, I think it was a disadvantage because my children were not able to grow up with all of your children and get to know them and become a family. Another way that we might look at it is that we went to the Pacific Coast and we're starting another family over there, which there's very few Terryans in Southern California. I know that you had to go out of your way for this, and I really appreciate it. It really comes from the heart. My brothers and sisters that I've been close to, the cousins that I got to know, and I know to some of you, I look at you, I didn't know you at first, but now I'm associated with you. And hopefully eventually we can do it again. I know the wife and I will come. Nora and I will go.
Are you saying the kids' way?
I hope you enjoyed this program about the Terrian family reunion. Perhaps it will encourage you to make a program about your next family reunion for all of us to watch. Many thanks to all the Terrians, Maines, Vachons, and Collinses that made the 1987 Terrian family reunion so very special.